And welcome to Anonymous Bites Back, episode 94. We have, it might be a short show today. We're planning on a lot more topics, but, there's one thing, I want to get before we talk about the bulk of of what we're going to talk about today is OpSafe winter. Like I've been saying, there are people less fortunate out this time of year. Um, so, um,
Making sandwiches.
yeah, so, yeah, I was gonna say, the homeless population would sure need some jackets and food and hand warmers and stuff at this time of year. If you haven't got,
Condoms.
yeah, exactly, anything you can give away, that would help. But now let's get to the bulk of what we're going to talk about today, which is net neutrality. If you guys haven't been following on what was talked about all over the internet today and on our page, um, is that the FCC had repealed Title II of the old net neutrality laws. Um, this is a major blow to the internet as we know it within the United States, and it will have impacts internationally. Uh, but there's been a lot of fight back, a lot of what should I say? A lot of controversy on how this even came to be. Like the FCC chairman is also an ex VP for Verizon. We call him General Asshole Pie, and yeah. So how is this going to impact us? So the impacts will not happen right now. Most likely, these will be unfolding in the months to ensue. And specifically, what's going to happen is that there will be slow and fast lanes to the internet, and these will be directed and targeted into websites and whatnot. You will see increases in your streaming services, such as Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Direct Now. You will see, or doesn't the PS Network? You might see fee increases to your gaming networks, your internet providers. I was also informed that on the West Coast, Spectrum providers will see a 20% increase in their next internet bill. So woohoo! This is exactly what we did not want. Uh, um, and
Some
so
angry people.
yeah, and this is not good. This is basically letting um, a law that was put into place to kind of keep the internet open and free to the hands of the corporations, which is kind of the situation where we're at. I mean, I'm not saying that the hands of the government it's any better, but this is not a free and open internet. Comcast just repealed their everything. They said that they wouldn't be doing any of this shit if net neutrality was going to have no fee increases, no blocking internet service providers. They would not block websites. They just fucking repealed that shit. So
They lied.
yeah, they lied. They have anything to fucking keep you paying the fucking bills. This is what corporations do. They do anything to protect the corporations. And if you want to watch that fucking porn site or whatever the fuck you want to watch, you're gonna have to pay that extra fucking $9.99 fee or whatever the fuck they're gonna charge.
Yeah.
Or if the internet service provider doesn't agree with what you're fucking looking at, they'll just block it altogether. You know.
Couldn't they waited till I at least got the bootleg of The Last Jedi before they done that?
Mm. But there's been some kickback about this vote. 18 states have are challenging it. What you can do at this point is contact anybody in Congress, your state representatives. Congress can overthrow this vote. I don't necessarily agree with like anything that goes on in that realm. But that's our last and final hope, besides blowing up the FCC, which There was a bomb threat today in the FCC. I mean, there was a bomb threat before the vote. They had taken everybody out during a portion of when the FCC vote had happened. Um, there are some there are some people in Congress that are kind of like, what the fuck, and there are a lot of people that will not flip two shits over this. Um, when you hear an opposing view on what will happen with net neutrality, the people will say the sky's not falling. I'm like, no, 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 the sky's not falling, but the content you will see will cost more, and you might not be able to see what you wanted to do. Now, there were some evidence of what these laws, if these laws were repealed, would be like. So, like back in the day, AT&T said. Um, they wouldn't allow certain services, specifically iTalk, or it was Apple Talk wasn't allowed. I think it was like in 2000 when the iPhone 5 was out. I don't know. They weren't allowing that over their network. So you'll see shit like this happen more and more, like Comcast blocking BitTorrent. They actually didn't block BitTorrent. They just send you fake fucking packets saying your download was complete when it wasn't. But you will see more shady shit like this in the future. And I think this is one step towards. This is one step in the wrong direction. He who controls the communication really controls what you see and hear.
Exactly. Yeah. It's gonna be for YouTube too, or not, or like.
We will see.
Um,
We will see the well. A lot of the I believe a lot of the YouTube servers are here domestic bound. So you might get slower connection than you might have used to. Um,
yeah.
we will see how these impacts will come up.
I heard about YouTube that they want like the music. Uh, yeah, they want to do it like Spotify that you must to pay for it, but I don't know if they're gonna do it or not.
They
Um,
already started.
yeah,
Yeah,
Or
they've had an Amazon Red in the back and running in the back. If you want to, like, I think it's watch commercial free YouTube. You can do it in the back, but that might be something that YouTube might go to in the future. I've heard a lot. Some people say that you might have to pay to go to websites. You might have to pay to go to Google. You might have to pay $1.99 to use Google a month. You might have to,
eventually.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. This was stuff that was talked about back in the old dial-up days, where they were trying to privatize every fucking website. Like uh, if you wanted to go to a certain search engine, you might have to pay $5.99 for that fucking service and shit like that. So I mean
Everybody gonna follow it.
that could be a realistic future.
I'll be using DuckDuckGo for a little while if Google does that.
Hold on, what is this person saying? Oh, um, I don't know. We made a big shit about it. The FCC was complaining. The FCC had said that the 22 million emails that they got repealing net neutrality was all spam. That is bullshit. I know thousands of people that were sending it legitly.
I was one of them.
I also know people that were sending emails over and over again with auto. We call it a program where it just sends like 100 emails to the same fucking place over and over and over again. Yeah, shit like that.
There were people actually protesting outside this guy's house too. I was looking at that
Oh,
earlier this week.
the fucking dude deserves a bullet in his head. I'm sorry.
Wow, it's a little harsh. How about one in the knee?
Well, he's an ex Verizon employee, and he's favoring the privatization of the internet as we know it, and that was not how the people that have added on into the internet back in the day wanted it to be, like with the incorporation of the World Wide Web. Um, this was not what the pioneers kind of wanted it to be. Now, I think this is like,
And Trump appointed this guy. Trump put this guy in power to do this.
but yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't think that Trump really understands how any of this works. Remember how he was saying that the internet was out of control and that we had to call Bill Gates to fix the fucking problem when. Yeah, I'm like, well, what is he fucking talking about? Does he really know what he's talking about? Like, I don't think he does.
He don't. He's a politician, he's a businessman. I mean, granted, there is some computer knowledge you have to have for business, but
Or he could just flat out tell the American people, I have no idea what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
So who did this guy work with before?
Verizon.
Verizon Wireless. Can you hear me now?
And I heard them talking about it on most of the news networks today. Unfortunately, if we don't keep on making a big stink about it, this will go towards the way of the dinosaur, and we will see the implementation of how this is going to unfold. My state happens to be one of the states that's filing that is opposing it, and there are several lawsuits now being opened towards the FCC in my state. So there has been talk about not agreeing to what the FCC is saying in my particular state, but I'm not sure if every other state's going to jump on board on that fucking bandwagon.
It's the government. They can do what the hell they want to.
Yeah, I know, but my government, my state, the state is not in agreeing with what the federal government is saying. In fact, one of the arguments was that it was kind of stupid, but they do have a valid point. Is that there was certain police agencies where they need to have access to certain things that would be impacted by this because of the way that they connect to it. They can't have these delay and lag times, saying that it was impacting people's safety. I mean, they do have a point, but
Well, it's their fault. They made us public information. Your birth certificate's public information, and it has your social security number on it. Your home address is public information. I mean, a lot of people putting their information on the internet, so and then they tell people, oh, it's okay to do that. Well, you're not telling you who else is getting that information. So it's really their fault that people are being jeopardized like that. I mean, identity theft. Facebook forces you to put up your name, your address, and your phone number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Here in Europe, not they don't do this. They cannot do this since it's public for some reason. But I know in the United
It's
States, yeah,
yeah, it's dangerous. I mean, it's seven attack. All you need is somebody's phone number, and boom, you got access to the bank account.
yeah, exactly, yeah. It's not safe.
I was going to say hypothetically. Quote unquote, hypothetically. But
all your hacks now are based off of your phone numbers. Your phone number's public. We're not going to go all into that. I mean, there's so much you can do just by having someone's phone number. How are they going to protect us when they make us public like that?
I was going to say they don't have your best. None of these companies have your best interest in mind.
No,
they don't. Nor or your data, or anything. Look at what happened to Equifax. When they were hacked, they tried to hush it up. They actually paid the hackers money to shut the fuck up. No. I was thinking of the Uber hack. No, the Equifax they didn't. No. But
But this is only for the United States then.
yes,
Net neutrality.
yes,
Or,
and if
Yeah.
but then if internet service providers can go into blocking certain websites, Well, let's say that they start throttling your VPNs and start throttling your connection to a Tor circuit, or you know what I mean. They're going to start. These are slow forms of control in the hands of the wrong people. And I'm not saying that the good hands of the government would be the right people, but the laws that were there previously kind of kept everything in balance.
But they do it a little bit. Um, I must say, we can, like here in Europe, we can look the sites and the news from the United States, but otherwise not. Uh, when I lived in Oklahoma, also when I wanted to watch the news from Belgium, it is blocked. Sometimes, like my girlfriend live in California, by the way, and if I if I send some like links, sometimes she cannot open it. It's not allowed.
Mm.
It's
That
yeah,
that could be possible. Like U.S. start blocking some videos and movies from Belgium or the
Oh
UK.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what if the internet service provider like starts blocking streaming content from certain countries? Like what if they're not in compliance? Yeah, I just thought about that.
Yeah, yeah, like eBay. A lot of people order from eBay. Oh, you can't order this product no more.
yeah, it's true. And yeah, I know they are blocking for also the media things that they try to. Um, it depends also if it's owned media by the government or a private thing. It depends from
Well,
but some sites.
Google's been doing that for a while. Google's been filtering out and blocking things out of your searches for a long time.
True.
True.
Yeah, this is not a good thing, this net neutrality, because eventually it go. You're gonna start with this too, then.
Yeah,
Eventually,
I've heard from people that I know around the world that stuff like this is already passed in their country, and they're not happy with it. This is a slow move. Somebody in the comments posted this is like the communist. What did he say? Um, what did he say? Sorry, I'm like on.
another form of fascism.
Yeah, pretty. This is a
yeah.
huge communist move, and I mean, in essence, this is in a fucked up way. I guess you could compare it to something. This is a slow move into the communist Chinese internet.
The Russians did it.
Um,
Well, you could see it coming. I mean, that's why Zuckerberg was over there in China. Probably a year ago now, but
well, yeah,
they were laying all this out.
he was trying to promote Facebook, I believe, over in China. They weren't having it.
Yeah, I like the way the Facebook execs have finally come out that used to work for Facebook to let people know, hey, Facebook is programming society and fucking y'all up. Not he didn't use those words, but they pretty much let everybody know that Facebook is screwing everybody over.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't hear a statement from Facebook. Hold on, let me give you 1 second. Let me see if I didn't check what Facebook had a statement to say. I know that the other cable companies had internet providers had repealed what they were saying about net neutrality. Hold on, let me see. Facebook.
I'm just reading here something too about say here after Chile and Holland, maybe Belgium gonna follow it the thing for net neutrality.
Most U.S. allies, I'm sure, will go with it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Sure. Um,
That means Australia, UK, Belgium, maybe France,
France,
Spain.
maybe they are
Oh
not
wait, here
so
we go.
good allies,
Facebook
but
executive slams FCC for the rollback of net neutrality. But yeah, I see. I don't hear Zuckerberg coming out with a statement. So I don't know if she's a current employee or an ex-employee.
And a lot of it is because, they were accused of Russia interfering with U.S. elections. Okay, it's Facebook. How does a country sway people's votes? I mean, advertisements really. They're using our tactic or your tactic. Yeah, bullshit.
The reason also here comments from the European Union is against to it, but because they say it's discrimination of the network communications on the basis of blah blah blah. There's- yeah, some countries are want to do it, some not. This yeah, you're gonna vote maybe in European Union, of course, too. Maybe yeah,
What's funny about how this even got passed is that 83% of 83% of the people did not want this, and yet the FCC votes against what the people want.
yeah I know that's
So, which
Yeah,
means
typical.
which means they no longer your federal the people that regulate our communication systems, or the people that regulate the laws in as far as radio, internet, stuff like that, do not vote in favor of what the people want, which means they
Yeah,
no longer serve the.
it's not the people anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I'm not saying like any branch of the government does it anyway, but I'm just pointing that out.
it's the same like voting. If you vote, it don't gonna make it different because
your vote don't count
uh,
unless they win.
yep, exactly.
I think the only people that benefit from this are the internet service provider companies. What's going on in this chat room?
But yeah, uh,
We'll see. I mean, the battle's really not over. I mean, now the battle's entirely in the hands of you people like you and me, calling up your congressmen, calling up your state senators, and telling them to do whatever they want, whatever they can do legally. I know there are some groups popping up overnight because this just happened today. So there are groups popping up. There are coming up with lawsuits. So you want to jump on that bandwagon? Go ahead. We're gonna have to fight this tooth and nail. um,
I think yeah, Europe gonna be happy too about this thing because they don't have it now. A lot of people are for it. I want to do it. Some nah, the most people not, and from the countries in Europe. But I think it's gonna affect Europe too about this.
well,
Uh,
this could be coming soon towards towards your country, or the next country next to you, or the next country. This could
yeah,
be this what's going on here in America could happen to your country. I mean, it's unfortunate, but privatization the internet might be this might be a
controlled.
yeah this might be
It's all controlled, but
yeah, yeah, you see what they want you to see, and they can block whatever site that they want to block, and they can control how fast you connect to whatever site, and they can you know what I mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
Or lo and behold, if they don't agree with what your content is, then they'll start you won't even be able to see them. I was gonna go in a totally different direction with hosting sites, but if your internet service provider is not in agreement with a hosting site, might not be able to see GoDaddy sites or Rangerfire, or you know.
Uh, well, we're all gonna have to get together somehow and get people to like every other house to learn to make their own internet service provider to beat this out.
You can you can get something like that set up, but I've heard the paperwork to try and make your own internet service provider is a lot of paperwork involvement, and is a lot of involvement with the FCC and legality. But I
Uh,
was going to say, but if one were inclined to do so, go ahead. We're waiting.
It's terrifying that they do this. Yeah, they say always, yeah, you must take internet. You can look everything up what you want. And now,
Well, yeah, yeah. The internet has been a tool, not for nons but activists, journalists, news agencies.
yeah,
This is how a majority of the population gets their information, and this is like a step in the wrong direction,
Uh,
or
one.
towards a larger plan, from the deep state, which I kind of believe. People have been saying that, Ajita, whatever the fuck his first name is, Pi, um, is working in conjunction with the deep state, who have the best interest of corporations and for the globalists.
but it made no sense why they do it only now. Maybe other countries too, but United States. But if you look to a site, I say maybe YouTube, and you're gonna pay for it. But we as Europeans, we go on YouTube and we don't have to pay for it. Yeah,
Not yet,
it
but
made no sense,
you might have to.
Yeah, later. You're always 3 years later than the United States with the laws and the things. The same with the G5, 5G towers.
Mm,
It's only for us. Is it only in 2020 they're gonna start it? Is this? Yeah, it's always 3 years or 4 years later
Well, I've heard,
in Europe.
they were talking about that this might speed up along, the 5G network, and I know that there's been certain telecommunications companies here within that are trying to, get the 5G readily available to the rest of the public. And I go, what's the fucking point if we can't connect at what speeds we want to?
Yeah,
What's the fucking
yeah.
point? I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean,
Like they want a faster internet. They want to, but still, yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's weird.
Everybody is not ready for faster internet. They can barely handle Facebook or Twitter.
oh damn,
Yeah,
are we being censored on YouTube again?
That's what it looks like. That's what my friend was just telling me. She's looking through some of the episodes, wanting to, watch some of the older ones, and she's like, "Where are all the episodes?" I'm like, I don't know because they removed what episode 92.
90?
You,
No, they didn't remove 92. They removed the Halloween special because I decided to play an Ozzy Osbourne song, and apparently I thought that because I mashed it up inside of a bunch of videos, it would fly. It didn't, but they still got caught by the AI, and so did Twitch TV. Twitch TV said, "Give me a warning." So I
oh
was
my
just, yeah,
gosh!
over an Ozzy song, and I'm pretty sure, if they probably would actually have a shit
Oh
fit.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll see a lot of cease and desist like we did with Napster back in '96 and '97.
in the
Oh,
back end, I don't know, on our page, they're suggesting now that we use Facebook, Facebook sounds, and Facebook approved fucking music, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna use your fucking shit.
yeah, quit trying to program me, faggots. Oh, I'm sorry, I said it again.
Well, what I heard is that Facebook, next month, is going to start implementing a. This is something. So when we post something, it shows up in your feed because you subscribe and follow. But that might not necessarily be the case next month. From what I've been hearing, it's a rumor, but it's what I've been hearing is that yeah, people will have to be paying $5 for your post to start showing up in other people's feeds.
What?
Yeah,
Whoa,
yeah.
but they are busy with a bunch of updates too. The last 3 weeks for some reason. Uh, it's changed a lot now. The Facebook here. It don't look the same. It's they are busy with something.
Yeah, I got a message from a friend. shit, not even 2 hours ago that she said one of her friends is already being locked out of her accounts the way that Facebook has done some of us. She can't even log into her sock accounts that she has, man. They're pinging your IP address.
Well, the
She's wanting
Facebook
to.
application is actually reaching further into the mobile app is reaching further in than you think it is. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Than what most people actually realize, anyways. What we call normies.
yeah. I mean, even I have trouble, keeping on to certain accounts. So it's, using the
I'm
whole
done with them.
yeah, I was gonna say
Uh,
most of us, most of us, an anonymous bites back or not, Facebook bound.
I actually feel better about my life. I feel better about
Well, I mean,
myself
yeah,
and who I
that
am.
thought in the background, that I'm going to lose an account because Facebook deemed it not okay to have a Facebook account is kind of a freeing feeling. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Yeah,
it's like,
you
hey,
notice the detox. You notice the
yeah,
detox.
eh,
It's an adrenaline fix. It feeds your ego. It feeds everyone's ego. Oh, 20 people love my photos.
well, do I
Oh, they
do?
don't like this photo.
You know what?
Yeah.
I do find myself, going on more on Twitter. Twitter. A lot of people think that Twitter is a better format for people that are serious about top. You get the same bullshit, but at least with Twitter, you don't have the naming convention that you do with Facebook, where your name has to line up with who you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just got a message that someone is watching the Halloween special right now, and it's there.
Oh damn! All right.
So it's got to be something with Facebook. Facebook. I'm sorry. I'm all about hating some Facebook. YouTube is doing,
Yeah,
which
man, it's
Facebook and
reacting
YouTube.
strange. Some things, Facebook and YouTube for some reason, because yeah, I'm chatting with a lot of people. With yeah, I'm sharing things with the United States people that I know from there, and they have problems with sending to me and otherwise too. But if I yeah, here not, but it's obvious if you send to another continent, you have problems. Used to.
Yeah. Well, I used, before I really left Facebook, man, I got a really strange inbox message. It was, it it appeared to be an employee or maybe something outside of an employee. I don't recall the whole message, but I left the message and went back to it later, and it was like nobody never sent the message. It
Yeah,
completely had me double taking like what just happened.
It could have been a Facebook employee.
Yeah, and they
yeah,
were like, y'all are doing a good job, like your, stuff, whatever. I was like, okay, this
yeah.
is
It's
weird,
also a
man.
week too. I
Remember that
see.
time? Remember that time that I told you I'm pretty sure that we were censored by a Facebook employee because they deleted the wrong video. They deleted the video that didn't have the copyrighted material.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
A
I,
glitch in
I,
the AI.
Yeah, of course it was the AI
yeah.
malfunctioning, right?
But have somebody else here problems like with sending, like if you send a message by Facebook or whatever, did it take long for they get it? Because if I send now to the United States to people there, some people get it only after 20 minutes now.
That is weird. That is a little bizarre.
Yeah, till 2 weeks, and I uninstall I
I'm, sh- I'm,
deleted
sh-
Facebook. I did everything again, and it's still yeah, it's going slow. It's going not slow, but it's like they blocking. Like yeah, it's like
mm,
they check it first before they're gonna let it through. You know what I mean?
They're making sure there's no bombs attached
I
to
was,
it.
I was gonna say, are you sure your I was gonna say, are you sure your account hasn't been like flagged and shit, like as a terrorist and shit?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna say that like that one kid that came to me and he had his account flagged by CISPA and he goes, is this good? And I'm like, no, delete your account right away. Never talk to me again. Oh god. I should have known better.
Closing
I
up.
should have known better when the guy was asking for fucking guns and a bulletproof vest, you know?
You should say eBay. Guns and a bulletproof vest. Wear
Yeah.
a condom.
Are we being
Oh, did we get booted?
No, we didn't. Some people are saying, let me see. This is the internet. They are trying to take the internet away because they do not want us to learn the law or other things from the internet shows to close that we are scared and we are getting scared and they are. Internet tax protection from racketing sounds like the mafia. MeWe, Dean Ring. We tried MeWe. We were on there. A lot of us were on there for a long time, and then it just. I still have my account up, but I never check it.
Yeah, me too.
It's because the format never changed. It's how should I say? I can't find what I want to find as quickly as I can put it out, and then the formatting is just a turn off for me. So I just been and the fact that it's not as big of a network as it is, where we're trying to reach a lot of people and get the message out there about what's going on. So we have a home base. We've put it up several times that we do have a Discord server as another hub of communications. And because on MeWe you can get reported and to get your account taken away. Same thing on Discord servers, but the admins don't seem to listen when they get reported. I think it's just a button that's never really been implemented at this point.
About, I have a question too, Tyler. Do you know something about Netlock? Is this owned by Facebook now or not? Because I see some things here.
What net? I've never heard of NetLock.
No, that's something. That's something. Yeah, European. That's like the Facebook, but before Facebook. Then there was a Netlock, and it was free. And it was a big success eventually. But eventually, they started then. You must pay for it now. You need to pay for it first now, and but I see some things here on Google that that they
NetLock is from Hungary? No. Wrong one. NetLock.
Netlock.
Never heard of it.
And my niece is manager, by the way, there from Netlock. The headquarters is Dubai, by the way.
Well, I go to netlock.com and there's just a little tiny ASCII text that says private website. Let me type it. Let me try to get the back end. Hold on.
But the headquarters, the office things and all the things are in Dubai now, and that's where my niece. She is one of the managers, by the way. From it, but I don't have. I don't have. How must I say this? Contact with my family, by the way. But I know she worked there as manager, as big woman or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm looking up the right NetLock. So I'm not finding it.
Wait, I'm gonna send. Yeah, that's strange. That's what I'm saying now. You're gonna find it, but I'm gonna send it.
All right.
Some things when I was in the United States, I was looking for sites from here at Belgium, and for some reason I cannot find it.
Yeah, I'm not finding it either.
Wait a
That is
It's,
odd.
ah, oh, no, it's connected with TWOO 2 or something. Meet new people, and then WW Netlo. Yeah, wait, I'm gonna send it to you.
All right.
I agree with
Uh,
the comment earlier about how they're trying to control the flow of information and what you're seeing.
Well, yeah, it's
Because,
essentially this is going to turn into 1984. You know, um,
well, not just that, as everybody is learning what's in their food. You start telling people what trisodium phosphate is,
well,
aspartame.
I want to go to the
Yeah,
store and I don't want to have warning labels that say fucking GMO on my fucking Pepsi, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I was watching this thing where some kids were being showed what not just what one can of Mountain Dew will do to you, but 6 cans. Okay, 6 cans of Mountain Dew that have sugar as opposed to 6 cans that have aspartame and maybe some paint cleaner in it. What is that doing to you? You're saying the sugar's bad doing this. What is all this doing to you? This is okay, but the sugar isn't. You just That's illogic.
I was going to say, also high fructose corn syrup is a big replacement for sugar in the United States, and that shit ain't good for you, man.
Yeah, a guy was telling me that some tree sap is used, a form of tree sap. I forget the kind of tree he said it was. It's not a maple tree.
What's that gum base? That
Gum
might,
arabic.
yeah. Well, I don't know. It's from a tree. Well, it's still natural. It's organic. Look at it that way.
Yeah.
Kevin, this website's not in English.
uh, yeah, but yeah, I'm just reading now. I think I'm a little bit behind. I think because
I,
they
I can't I,
Netluck.
I can't read Flemish.
It's a Flemish social network, but eventually was it then all over Europe? But I see here now they shut it down Netluck, and I think now is it TWOO that took it over. It's a Flemish company, by the way. Netluck was normally uh worldwide. I'm not wrong. Uh,
To social media. Huh. Yeah, meet new people. Yeah, it's a social network site. Yeah, there's
it's
yeah there was
Flemish. Yeah,
I was gonna say in a big social network site that's out there is the VK. It's huge out in Russia.
I'm going to give you a translator here, Tyler.
Please, I can't read it.
Yeah, yeah. It's universal, so it's pretty cool. I've used it, doing pedo hunting.
Okay,
So have others. It's a
Joe
neat little tool.
Joe Bonsai Wen says, "What's your honest opinion about this whole thing?" I think when you're talking about net neutrality, it's a step in the wrong direction. With further implications into privatization of the internet and controlling the flow of the information. Um, we'll see how that actually unfolds in the next coming months. I do know that rate hikes on ISPs are coming next month. Um, I've been hearing rumors that streaming service content such as Netflix, Hulu, Amazon will be rising, Apple TV. Um,
what is
Now,
Pinterest?
hmm?
Pin Pinterest. This is
Pinterest,
a social network too, but I never
it's
heard
like
about it.
homemade
Money.
stuff, baked goods, blankets. People
Online
turning beer
stores.
cans into airplanes.
I think Facebook just bought them.
It's good. It's good for good ideas, man. For real. You're using old pallet jacks from your shop to turn them into fences, rocking chairs. I seen one where a guy turned his Amish heater. He used a whole bunch of pallets and just made him a location for his Amish heater. Some shelves. It looked good. You might see a few tiny homes if any of you guys know what those are. The little nomad houses.
What? What did you
The tiny homes. You ever seen these things? I've seen them on water. Uh,
you talking about
it,
the transportable homes?
yeah,
Oh, the mini
Oh yeah,
homes?
it might be just a living room, a kitchen, and that's about it. You can sleep in your living room. The rest of the time, you're hanging out outside. You're going to work. I mean,
Um, Somebody says, "How about the internet life in the People's Republic of China?" Well, that's this is kind of a move towards the internet. How the internet is well. If they start blocking websites and start blocking access. This will be a slow move about towards Chinese internet.
That's it.
Yeah,
they've always been regulated, anyways.
I was hearing in my state, particularly that they would not, uh, uh, listen to what the FCC was saying, but I don't know if that's just those are just words, or are they actually going to do what they're saying? Then that'd be the state not in compliance with the federal government, which there are things out there that are going on about that right now. Um, I'm pretty sure the gaming community is not happy about this as well.
No, they're not. I'm not.
Yeah.
You're paying the internet service provider and you're paying that PlayStation Plus or Xbox fee. So you're really paying double
Um,
already.
Tracy Jones says, "Will net neutrality, uh, being gone, will ruin the internet of any sort of way?" A lot of people are saying that that's a mixed view, but the laws that just got taken back is that they will be able to throttle the way that you connect to certain sites, such as streaming websites. Um, and they can also selectively choose to block your access to websites. Now they're saying legal. A lot of some of the internet providers before when they were saying they would support net neutrality said they would not block access to legal websites. Okay, now define legal. Okay, it's a lot of stuff that we do in activism. Is it legal or is it in the gray side? All right. So stuff that we might put out could be if we have well we do have a website anonymousworldwide.com with stuff that we put out could be blocked. So
this made no
Wow.
sense. That everything gonna block. I cannot imagine that they're gonna do that. This
They'll start slowing it down when you get closer to your bill, like the last week and a half.
because
They already do that to gaming.
they want to do a law here for the poor people here in Belgium. If they cannot afford internet, that they want to give it to them. For the people that are poor, they want to give it. They are busy with something like this. For poor people that don't have money or nothing, they cannot afford it for give it give it to them to free. But yeah, if you must to pay for each side, this is
we've set up
uh,
programs along certain cities where they do have free Wi-Fi, free public access. I believe in I think it's downtown inland. Some of the cities in the Inland Empire they've set it up. Some of the inner cities have set up free Wi-Fi access.
oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Places with the less fortunate can get access to the internet.
I have this too. I don't know if you have this, but me too. I can't do my internet open. No, this if I have no data on my phone, okay, and I have no data and have no Wi-Fi. I can do my internet open, and it's no the hotspot thing, you know.
Oh,
Um,
turn your phone into a high Wi-Fi hotspot.
yeah, and everybody can use this, and you pay a little bit for it.
There's usually drawbacks with turning your mobile. Well, you kind of have to have like well, you're in the U.S. I don't know how it works over there, but
But it's
you're in the
not
U.S.
working good, by the way.
Yeah,
It's
I was gonna
going
say,
slow.
yeah, I was gonna say that in the U.S. You need to have like a contract with a broad a mobile provider, and then they usually give you like 3 gigs, 5 gigs, 10 gigs worth of data, and then after that they start, instead of throttling your data when you're using it as a hotspot, they'll
Yeah,
charge you per data instead of throttling
that's
it.
what I have on my
Yeah.
phone. At home, here in my house, here I have Wi-Fi, but on my phone, I use now the Wi-Fi too. But if I go outside, I have data. It's like 5G uh, or 10G. Depends how much you pay in the month. And yeah, after when the 5Gs are gone, then must to pay more. Then go the like you say the
They'll charge you.
hotspot go on,
They'll charge you. Most companies will not cut off the
and
service.
it's a lot.
They'll just
It's a
start
lot.
charging you per data, per unit of data, megabytes, gigabytes, however they're doing it.
That's maybe the reason for this 5G things that they maybe want to do. I don't
Well,
know. It's
that was kind of like one of the things I had, even with broadband providers, which I thought that regulation on broadband providers could benefit the people. Is that if you have a faster connection to the internet, what's the point with having, they say, unlimited data plans, and then they start, it's not truly unlimited. They start decreasing your speeds at when you reach a certain, like 20, was it, some are at 22 gigs, some are at 25 gigabytes. So you would essentially, well, somebody's in a bus.
Ed Higgins here.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Ed.
What's going on, guys? Are we discussing the fucked up FCC?
Yes, yes, and there was a bomb threat on the
yeah,
FCC during the FCC 3-2 vote. Um,
Yeah,
Well, it's
they
only going
didn't
to get
check it good
worse.
enough the first time.
Yeah. Somebody tried to uh, limit the amount of boobs you could watch on the internet. Like, there's going to be threats all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah.
um, yeah. So I heard, there's 18 states that, there's 18 states that will be trying to fight this, with the FCC. Um, yes, but this is not a good day for the internet.
Did you guys ever have a black box on your cable box?
yeah,
Um,
No.
Only at my friend's house.
Yeah, right. So my dad had one. He was like the middleman for the black boxes. He knew a guy, and he would sell the boxes to all my family and stuff. And we would watch all the unlimited channels, all the pay per view channels. That's all this is going to do. It's going to create an underground network of
network.
people who
Yeah,
sell like IP boxes.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
rip cards.
Well, that's what I
We
was
used to
thinking.
do that with the
That's
cards.
what I mean. I mean, if they're throttling the way that you connect to certain streaming sites, I would imagine that underground services would be able to get around that. Such as all-in-one app that would make it look like you were looking at something else when you're just looking at streaming content. I imagine stuff like that would be
Exactly.
coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, proxies or some kind of card that mimics another IP address or who knows? But
I imagine that it would be an application that you would be used on like a web browser, and it would look like you were doing something else when you were doing something completely different. I could see stuff like that coming out, but
Might be some type of USB bootable or something. Some
yeah,
external.
yeah, why not, right? Like a USB or a Raspberry Pi or something thing that'll just circumvent all this. But then you have the ability of, well, who has the money to get this stuff? Well, not everybody has the money to get this stuff, so it's just a big clusterfuck, and it's not going to help anybody on the internet who wants to make money So I don't understand why it even got to where it is.
Yeah, and there are plenty of people that entrepreneurs that have made millions of dollars just because they got viral videos off of fucking YouTube, and now that's the internet, but they're kind of taking away. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
that girl who made the battery boost for the cell phones, you just plug it in and
This is just
plug
a
the tin
step.
in.
This is just a step towards the corporatization or privatization. They're turning the internet into HBO. You got to start.
Yeah, and how is it in our society that 3 people that weren't elected were allowed to circumvent 80% of the country?
83%.
Like, fuck that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
80% of the
Fiasco.
country said no, but these 3 people who got paid a lot somewhere said yes. We need to out their banking.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and Pi is an ex VP for Verizon.
Right. Okay, so
Fine.
let's talk about that. So Verizon really wants this. So at that point, if my internet is throttled, did you break the contract that you made with me? And if so, do I get to get out of that contract if I'm a Verizon customer?
Uh,
I mean, that's a
Mm.
hypothetical, right? But
well,
like,
I thought
they
this.
have fucked with
I
us.
thought that because of him working with Verizon and then working for the FCC on this vote, there would be some sort of ethics committee that would have been involved. Like his vote would be invalid. You know what I mean?
I don't see anybody's ethical anymore.
Yeah.
I don't even see an ethics committee as ethical. They probably need a committee to make sure they're ethical.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, the
Fucking
FCC.
fraud.
Yeah, the FCC is not in compliance with what the people want.
Right, right. So
Don't
I
care.
guess we just make our own internet, and all we have is cat videos. The caternet.
The cat.
I don't know.
Well, I was saying that many peer-to-peer networks are out there. That might be something towards where a lot of us might move towards. The data rates aren't exactly there, but I don't know.
Well, there's going to be providers that aren't going to be down with this, right?
Well,
You know,
Comcast said they wouldn't do anything and then repealed that as of today. Spectrum says they're going to do rate hikes on their um, internet billing next month.
okay.
Next to follow would be streaming services. You might see your Netflix go up from $9.99 or $11.99 a month to $29.99 a month. Who knows?
Which, I mean, that isn't a bad price, but still.
Yeah, but what if they start? What if internet service providers start blocking access to websites? They start blocking access to Tor relay circuits and all sorts of shit.
We went through this 30 years ago when we all had AOL, and it sucked.
Yeah.
Need this.
Yeah, remember? Yeah, I do remember. Back in the day, AOL was
That's right.
was not connected to the World Wide Web.
No.
Yeah.
Had your own little funnel, and all you did was go on group chats because nobody knew how to use AOL anyway.
Yeah, AOL did suck.
Galaxies on AOL. That was horrible.
Yeah.
Star Wars Galaxies. I'm going to see Star Wars right now.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I'll live stream spoiler alerts.
No, you don't have to. I already know it.
I think Luke's going to be in it, but that's all I'm saying.
and enjoy the Carrie Fisher funeral that they have for her in it. It's real beautiful.
Oh, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry,
That's messed
Ed.
up.
Yeah, I know what they're all about, anyways, man. I was in their big group, man. You're gonna really like it.
I figured they had to put that in somewhere anyway. But
Yeah,
because she was like one of the main characters, and then Rest in Paradise, she passed away.
yeah. I was gonna go get her autograph and meet her at Comic Con, and she passed. I was like, wow.
Yeah, she had a really rough life. She was
What she
We
does?
all
Snorting,
don't, right?
She's.
snorting a lot of
I was
cocaine.
gonna say, yeah. I thought she got
Yeah.
into drugs and shit.
Yeah,
I
she
think
did. But that's a lot to do with mental illness. So I mean, some people instead of doing the pharmaceutical route, they try to self-medicate. How that well for them? That's another story altogether. I don't mean to be a downer. It got quiet. Fucking crickets.
yeah, let's not kill the party.
Right? It must be net neutrality, but knocking it down.
Yeah.
It's
All
a
right, I gotta
funeral for
go.
net neutrality.
Go ahead.
This movie. But I love you guys and have a good day.
All right.
Enjoy, man.
Later.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
Uh,
I totally forgot that was out today.
yeah, it's amazing how Star Wars and Star Trek, especially Star Trek, we have cell phones now. They had cell phones in Star Trek back in what? When did Star Trek come out? The 70s, 60s. Imagine that.
Well, they had
No,
satellite. There were satellite
yeah,
phones. Yeah.
even their engines for that Enterprise was made out of water propulsion engine, like Stanley Myers. He done the water powered car.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're
Like
talking about Star. Oh yeah.
Star Trek, not
Star Trek.
Star Wars,
Yeah,
man.
Star Trek technology. Yeah, there was always a controversy on where the original idea for the tablet came from. Whether it was Bill Gates or Apple, with their first. Yeah, I remember Bill Gates tried to push the tablet on people, and nobody bought it until Apple started coming out with tablets. But I think the original idea came from Star Trek with
Yeah,
the next generation, or I don't know.
I watched a build on a actual R2D2. Man, it was pretty interesting. It was you. Some of the parts were used from a hover around wheelchair.
For what?
From a hover around wheelchair, man, to do the motors and mechanisms. The guy said the dome was the hardest part because they had to cut it out flat, cut different angles in it, and then fold it to make it actually turn.
You mean for the warp drive and shit? Like when they have that scene?
No, 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 for the R2D2s
R2D2.
Oh,
and Astromechs. Nah, you talking about the water driven hydrogen cells in the Enterprise we were talking about, right? I
yeah.
jumped from one thing to another.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say, yeah. That's just about. I was gonna say the warp drive is just a bunch of like lights going on. They go up.
Yeah. I mean, it's a hydrogen propulsion engine pretty much. When you go to read more into the books instead of just being a fanboy of the movies, you actually understand the mechanics. And like Darth Vader, his whole suit was a life support system. The whole outfit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. I was always under the impression that what was it? What was the thing that they needed for warp drive technology? What was it? Was it element?
dilithium crystals. That was
Dilithium
their,
crystals.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you just can't wrap a bunch of copper wire around a spool and shoot electricity to
Not when you're warping space.
it. Maybe a little nitrous. Take a little bit more 150 or 200 shot.
Let me see what's going on here in the comments. Let me see. Are we all high? No, I'm not high.
Just me.
Somebody was saying that they're kind of confused about what net neutrality was. Yes, this is about more control over the internet in the wrong direction. I don't know. Imagine there's probably a lot of people at the FCC chairman's house right now. A lot of angry people.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a lynch mob, hopefully.
Don't forget to spade and neuter your local politician.
They always do this nasty shit right in the holidays. You know, they like to slide stuff in because everybody's shopping. They ain't got time for all this, you know, regulation
Yeah.
crap. You know, they like doing it during the holidays.
Oh, here we go. 132 House representatives did not sign the letter supporting of net neutrality. But who did? Yeah, I was hearing about this, about who... There's some funny stuff that happened here in the background. I did hear about that.
Digital signature don't count. I guess you have to go down there and sign.
Not only
They're gonna
that,
change
this law also is not in compliance with previous laws that are out there. So this can be hopefully repealed. This is okay. I'm seeing all the signatures.
So they have a petition going on change.org or something.
I'm getting stuff from Mozilla. Mozilla has a campaign right now. Demand Progress has one. There are other ones popping up that are not affiliated with any of these things. And just putting it out there, since Mozilla jumped on this bandwagon, backing up net neutrality, that a lot of streaming services and content will not be playable or have not been playable or on Firefox. I've noticed that. We'll see how this unfolds, you know. I don't know. I woke up to all this shit. I don't.
I'm going to check out the YouTube comments. I was just told to check those.
You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know.
Somebody here, hi.
No, nobody here is high.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll see how this unfolds. I'm pretty sure there are online attacks on the FCC website going on as we speak. Wink, wink.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Hey, you know. Oh yeah, here we go. Fake comments that were used in fake comments that use stolen identities in support of net neutrality from Eric Schneiderman. He's saying that his office has now identified 2 million fake comments on net neutrality that were submitted to at the FCC using stolen identities across American country. I remember that, and there was a FOIA request on this, but the FCC was not complying with this. I did hear about this. Okay, yeah.
Someone says boycott Verizon.
We can, start boycotting the internet service providers, but then that's just us throwing in the towel. You know, we need to go at the belly of the beast and fight this any other way that we can. I think the only option that we have is either calling our congressmen and state representatives and to try and repeal this, or go towards some other dark avenue. And 83% of Americans do not want this. So
Yeah. Mr. Grim Reaper says, Telecom tried this sometime a few years ago. Basic data, extra pay. They didn't have a chance, so they tried it again and they got it.
Yeah, the only ones that benefit out this is the big internet service providers, of course. So, and now we're probably going to have multiple tier internet packages, such as if you want to see the whole internet, you will pay $259.99 a month. You know what I mean?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Let me see what else is going on here in the world. ISIS, ISIS, ISIS says they're going to attack New York because of what Trump said, specifically Manhattan. Um, I'm putting a date out of my hat. I'm thinking maybe December
Christmas.
30th. Yeah, December 31st or Christmas.
New Year's.
Yeah. And everybody that says that ISIS is in compliance, ISIS is a Mossad ploy. Just all that shit went out the door when they're doing this in retaliation of what happened in Israel. So that
They
went out the
mentioned
door.
they mentioned Brussels too. Brussels and Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe at one point they might have been funded by all of these intelligence agencies, but
No, it's gonna come down to Trump and Kim Jong Un and
I know,
who has
like
the
last. I
best
remember
comb
a couple of
over.
weeks ago. Yeah, the news was saying that ISIS has been defeated, but they still start pumping out shit.
Yeah, who had the best comb over?
We'll see. When Trump did that in Israel, it just kind of like threw a big flaming fucking rag and a pile of gasoline. Um,
All over who has the rights to the land.
yeah, yeah.
Right? Native American law says you belong to the land don't belong to you. Hey.
Yeah. They're fighting a long time for that. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
well, the
They
land,
came along like
I was gonna
they
say
came along for a while, but
yeah, they were getting along up until about 60, 70 years ago, and
yeah.
then yeah.
But therefore they had problems too. But yeah, this is in the history. Is it true or not? It's in the books, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, supposedly, you know, Jesus' dad was from Jerusalem and his mom was Palestinian. And I guess by the Muslim law, you are what your dad is. And
I didn't hear about
Palestinians were.
I didn't hear anything about that about his mom being Palestinian. I never heard that one.
That's the way it was told to me. I used to go to church a lot as a kid.
Oh, I was told they were all Jews.
Well, there's 12 tribes to Jerusalem, like 12 apostles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
When
I
you
was
go
gonna say I
read
was.
more into the history and who the people are, where they're from, you kind of get the idea. Like the Dead Sea is supposed to be where Sodom and Gomorrah is. Pillars of salt. Everything floats in the Dead Sea because there's so much salt that just makes it like a historical sense in a ways.
Yeah, send a link on YouTube's whatever. I think Facebook is. What did Facebook crash?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good on my
Again,
end. 1 second. Oh wait,
oh yeah.
never mind. Yeah, it says leaving Verizon next month. Been waiting for this so long. Finally, I mean, yeah, if you want to leave Verizon, go ahead. I mean, that would be one way of demonstrating you're in compliance. Or against what is going on. Another person says, Angela Ego says, can we not put together an internet service provider like it's like it is said Putin is doing to bypass the FCC. Wait. Can we not put together an internet service provider like it is said Putin is doing to? I understand what you're saying. It's just written funny. That's there we go again. The internet service provider. I mean, it would just be. It's a lot of paperwork. Can you set up your own internet service provider? Yes, you can. That's going to require a lot of money and a lot of paperwork. But essentially, yes, you can.
I think there is a way. I think maybe easy. Who knows? But yeah, it's crazy. I'm really shocked today that they told from them. They did it. Did they?
Huh? What'd you
I'm
say?
shocked today because yeah,
Hmm.
they say yes.
Yeah. Oh no, good old free internet. It's gone.
Yeah, with 100 years, they're gonna say, "Oh damn, I wish I wish I lived 100 years ago. They had free internet, man."
Yeah, they were able to communicate with the rest of the world and spread information. Now we can't do that
Yeah.
anymore. Now we have to listen to whatever T-Mobile says or whatever the fuck it is, or Comcast or
Yeah,
whatever fucking company.
the people that are born in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, man, we live in a special age, I think. For real. Technology is so going up now, and it's
Well, it's we get used to the technology and it has incorporated itself into our society, and now uh, it's slowly being taken away from us. Something that we've used to spread information and ideas around. It has interconnected us to the world. You know what I mean. You no longer have to rely on your phone provider to contact internationally anymore. It can all be done over the internet. And slowly but surely, these things are taken away from us again.
Yeah, I remember the '80s. Apple II, Tandy, Telnet.
Oh, Tandy, yeah, that was a Radio Shack brand. I remember that. I was one of the few people that remember those things.
Oh,
What operating system was that? Wasn't was it DOS? It was DOS.
yeah, it was MS DOS,
It was
where you
MS
had to
DOS.
type in C drive Windows and the program you wanted. You had to
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I remember when you bought the Tandy. I don't think it came with anything. I think you had to buy DOS. It was just a box.
Yeah, you had to insert a disc called 3.5, or was it 5.5?
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
yeah. My first computer was a Commodore computer. Remember this, Elsa? This big flappy discs.
No,
Yeah.
my first computer was like, I think it was an Apple II.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
This was before or after?
I don't know.
Right around the same time frame.
That me was a Commodore. I liked this computer really.
Yeah, there weren't many brands out other than Atari.
But my brother, he was good. He found my brother is good in computer stuff, and yeah, he found some things for crazy things. He was smart in this thing, and yeah, I liked the Commodore. Eventually, then was the Pentium 1, I think, the first Pentium that came out. My brother had them or whatever, and he gifted his computer, the Commodore, to me. It
He's
was
like,
like,
we
he
had the
gave it
two.
to me. After when he got a new computer, he gave his old to me. So first learn the old ones, and then you go on the new ones. But I'm 10 years different from my brother. I'm from years age this, but it's also if we see the technology going up. Yeah, I see changing and all these things is This phones, cell phones, also smarter than smartphones and all this. Yeah, we live in
Commodore.
special
Commodore was
age.
1982.
Yeah, uh, yeah, I think so. I'm born in '87. This yeah.
I'm pretty sure the FTC is not happy about this net neutrality at all. The Federal Trade Commission, because all of the technologies is relying on it. Oh man, I bet you the internet's crying right now.
Yeah,
Mother Internet is
And
dying.
yeah, yeah. I was not on the internet today, and I didn't know that they're going to vote today.
yeah, I
And
kept on.
I
Remember, I've been
put
saying
my
it for like the
computer on, and
last.
I
I
went,
was saying the last 4 weeks.
I was
December 14th. Uh,
shocked. I was in shock when I said, "What?"
yeah.
Yeah,
What?
if they start in the United States, it's going to be a Europe too, of course. Yeah, and
Yeah.
eventually going, yeah,
Yeah.
to other
Eventually.
countries.
Yeah. This is not good. Um, I'll keep on posting if anything comes up on anything that we can do legally. Uh, but I mean, calling your congressman and starting campaigns right now would be some things we can do. I mean, there are a lot of things we can do, but that would be the first step. Here we go. NBC News is talking about. Everybody's talking about this shit.
Wow. I'm looking at this Commodore, man. This Commodore computer is the equivalency of a Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
I heard the old Commodore 64s. It's kind of surprising that the old Commodore 64s are still. I think usually they're still using 5.5 floppy disks for the old some of
yeah,
the old
yeah.
nuclear missiles, dude. I'm not joking, dude.
I have still this computer, this Commodore. It's still working. Uh,
It's a gaming computer. That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
it's a gaming computer, yeah, and yeah, it was cool. Yeah. uh, for my first computer, and then eventually it changes so fast from the Commodore, like it's 2D, it's normal, yeah, this black backing ground with this, and then after 2 years or 3 years, it was bam, it was totally different.
Did Commodores come with a modem? I don't remember.
What?
Did they come with
Yeah.
a modem?
Looked like they were
No.
built in
Huh.
How you mean modem? Internet?
Oh,
with
modem. Well, we had modems back in the day.
the dial-up
Uh,
connector.
yeah, yeah.
I remember like
But
my mom used to get pissed at me, and she'd be like, get off with the get off the modem because they can't make a phone call."
I'm gonna take a picture from it. I'm gonna show you. Uh, I think I'm gonna start. I'm gonna maybe tomorrow for the fun. I'm gonna yeah play a game on my old Commodore, my first computer. For celebrating net neutrality.
Yeah,
Wow.
DDoS the FCC.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a protest happening in front of Pie's house right now. Let me see.
I'm sure somebody's got eggs and tomatoes. I hope they've been sitting outside in the doghouse for a week.
Let me see. Protest at Pie's house.
Use silly string. Silly string is biodegradable. Pool noodles are nice too.
Oh, somebody put it out
Oh yeah,
there.
there was a protest.
No, I'm not seeing anybody reporting on it. I imagine that there's probably something else. Oh, others call. Here we go. Others call protesters at his home. This was like 2 weeks ago. Oh, he's probably getting
Yeah, here
internet.
too, 6 days ago.
Internet hate machine at work.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys want to comment or Twitter at him, he's at I'll spell this out on Twitter at Ajit Pi
Oh,
FCC or AJITPAIFCC. That is his Twitter handle. Let me see if he has a verification thing, if he's verified.
there was a protest 18 hours ago. 18 hours ago.
Let me see. So
But it's not saying where.
I think he's censoring his own. Oh, he hasn't tweeted since this thing has come out. Okay, I see how it is. He's staying low on the. He's staying low on the thing. He's just retweeting what other people have said. You see, the FCC's actions today restored that the Federal Trade Community. The FCC's actions today restored the FTC's ability to protect consumers and competition throughout the internet ecosystems. And I'm like, what is she talking about? The FTC the Federal Trade Commission does not like what you've done. Dude, this is one-sided arguments, and this girl works for this girl does work for the Federal Trade Commission. Okay, that makes no sense because that's not what I heard earlier today.
What is it? What is this? The Federal
Trade,
Communications
the Federal
Combination?
the Federal Trade Commission. So we're talking about Wall Street and stuff like
Oh,
that.
they
Yeah,
do. That's the first thing I heard about this.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
if you see on this logo, it's a Freemason logo.
yeah, what if internet service providers don't like people trading? You know what I mean? Well, they're not really in compliance with the FTC, or the SEC, but
I don't like their logo.
I was like, what if they start regulating cryptocurrency and shit like that? You know, like, oh yeah, well, not like that, but I'm just saying that, oh yeah, you can't connect to exchanges, you know, so you can't connect.
Yeah,
You can't. I was gonna say, what if you can't connect to Poloniex or GDAX or shit like that? Because internet service providers can block access to websites.
Oh, here. Wait. Washington, D.C. braces for net neutrality later this month. Huh?
Huh? What's going on in the background?
What they say in this? From today, they posted today. No, it's not. That made no sense. They say this 15. You already 15? Yeah. Why did it say December? They say Washington D.C. braces for net neutrality protests later this month, but I think they make fall because it must be in September. No.
Yeah, we will see. I have a friend, this Brandon Bordelon says, I have a friend who lives near a Jot Pai's house. Net neutrality activist posts these signs featuring children's names outside his house, with pizzas also reportedly sent to his house every half hour last night.
That is old school, yeah.
That's like 4chan shit.
Yeah. Right on.
Use wake up dialer. Have wake up dialer call his phone and wake him up every hour.
Man, he's gonna have to change his phone number real quick. Well, we'll see. We will see. I think we've covered. Let me see everything that we've got for tonight. You guys got anything?
Got a little headache.
Hold on a second. I'll look.
What?
Hold on a second. I'll look a little bit.
I'm looking, but nothing. It's censored.
I can. I mean, there's a couple of things I can talk about.
I
You
mean,
know.
does everybody know how to make those little censor bars from when you make your post? I mean, you can censor your post and just show them what it's like to be censored, because Facebook and Twitter and all that's watching you. Just start censoring your posts a little bit. Fuck with
Oh,
them
and
back.
as a protest, I mean that might be something that we could do is just posting like little icons or pictures that just say censored to from the S.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did this during Operation Blackout when CISPA and all this happened. We blacked out our profile pictures. We blacked out our wallpapers. We
Yep.
would black out words in our sentences or
That's when we still had.
certain
That's when
parts.
that's when Aaron was still with us though and killed himself. You know,
Yeah.
Aaron was a major contributor to CISPA and SOPA.
Whatever happened to those Bitcoin transactions that were having trouble
They
going through?
they slowly got to 100,000 because the activity died. Let me see if it's still happening. I'm
Ridiculous.
still getting unconfirmed
I have not a good feeling about this.
unconfirmed Bitcoin
Oh.
transactions. Let me see what it's at. Oh wow,
You're gonna like
Bad?
this.
am I being censored?
Not good?
Let me see where it's at right now. No, it's back up. It's still hovering at 140, 160,000. Now the
Hmm.
transactions per second are going to 15.35 unconfirmed transactions per second. So, and now they're looping at 148. There was a crash that was going on for like 4 hours on altcoins, but as soon as Asia wakes up, which is right now, it just goes haywire. A lot of I was going to say, I think it's Korea and South Asia are large people, or if not more so than we are here in the U.S. and the cryptocurrency exchange it's huge out there.
But yeah, expecting worldwide crashes with banks again, I don't. I have not a good feeling about this Bitcoin things
Well,
for
a
some
lot
reason.
of now that you have Bitcoin futures I think are going to be discussed this week. A lot of people are not jumping on it because of the legality of it. I know that there are certain exchanges that are stepping away from the ICOs because they might not be in compliance with the SEC. Um,
But who own it? This is it. Uh,
the exchanges are privately owned,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I was gonna say the cryptocurrency is free and open. They are. I mean, like, should I even get into this, like, on how the back end works? But there is some regulatory that does come from the upper ups of where the blockchain was created. But as far as regulation and implementation, there was supposed to be for Bitcoin. There was supposed to be I believe, another fork, but it didn't happen. That was supposed to kind of help this out with these unconfirmed transactions. They just keep on piling up. I mean, they're not they go down and they go up, but it's been hovering around 200,000 to
Did you buy
100,000.
some?
Me, no, I've been actually investing into altcoins, which is
Uh,
crashing right now.
but this private owned things, I don't trust this. Uh, and all kinds of things. If it's private owned, I don't trust it. If it's from jails to prisons or, uh, you know, mm, media also. Uh, it's
Well, in order for cryptocurrency to really hit it off, we need to have more implementation of the users being able to purchase everyday goods from it. Everything from gasoline to food to paying your bills. Um, we need to see more of that going on. It's not like saying that you cannot completely in certain instances be completely interdependent on cryptocurrency, but that's still a ways out there. But the way that things are going, I see a lot more regulation from our own government, coming after cryptocurrency. Specifically the IRS is already going after Coinbase in certain accounts where they've made more than $20,000 in gains.
Um, how much is it for Bitcoin now?
At this point, it is at this very second $17,310.16.
50,000. Yeah.
Whew.
Fun. Y- You know, 2 weeks ago, I have a good friend for me, and he's all homeless for 15 years. Okay, this they go in empty houses or whatever, and they go in an empty house. Okay, and they are cleaning the stuff up for sleeping there. He found some $250,000. Okay, really, I'm not kidding, and cash. And there were other things. Eventually, yeah, uh, it was the cops uh, that used this house for things that they're taking from uh,
People.
crime things, whatever, and they all do it in this house. But yeah, because they found this money, and he buys for. He told me about between 50 and 60,000 dollars. He spent this money in Bitcoin. This I Is- I wish I'm all the best. Yeah, for a homeless guy, uh,
he's probably sitting
that's
on he's probably sitting on a fatter pile of cash right now.
yeah. But for some reason, he cannot get a house. He cannot get an identity card because he is of the how you say this? He is not.
Legal.
He don't exist anymore. Official, you must do if you want to rent a house or buy a house. You must to show proof that you have an income. He
Oh
don't have
yeah, yeah.
this.
You can't. Yeah, yeah. You do. You will
Yeah.
raise an eyebrow or two if you just
This
show up
he's
to a
spending
house and
his
buy it in
money on
cash.
this he is spending his money for hotels and places that he can stay, but he have all his money and he still stay outside. He sleep outside still. With his all this money on his thing. So what the fuck? He came 2 weeks ago here inside. Said, look what I found, and he do his back up. Son, you kidding me? It's like, did you do something or whatever? No, no, no. I found this. And after he told me this was a house that the cops used it for use things that they found, But why did he do this in the house? But
Because the cops are probably pocketing drug dealers' money.
yeah,
Got
yeah.
to make money
I was thinking
somehow.
about this too because we have some Italian mafia things here going on, and it's in this area. But there's a reason that he told me I don't want to go to this area. I want to leave this place here now. But yeah, and we tested this money, this cash things, and this was real money. So whoa, so you had it's still not a lot. Yeah, if you're 15 years homeless, if you work every day, normally it's gonna be the same. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I wish him all the best. And yeah, he buys some bitcoins for between the $50 and $60. Is yeah, that's crazy. That's yeah,
Let me see.
15,000. Damn, that's a lot.
17,000. Let me see. Do you Sleepy McCush says, do you think this net neutrality will push us closer to World War III? Um,
Too late.
Mm, mm,
A little bit behind.
I was gonna say, technically, if the history books look back on, what's going on, I would say that we are.
it's gonna make conflicts between countries, of course, because it's gonna make effect on Europe for sure. I'm 100% sure.
We're already at least 12 years in World War III or 4.
Yeah, it's true.
I was gonna say, yeah, that
Yeah,
we would either be in it or the precursors up to it. Depending on how history looks at it. America has made enemies with everybody around the world.
I
Um,
apologize.
yeah, and yeah,
Some of us are just assholes.
yeah, I don't understand. This modern day and age, where you think that dropping bombs in foreign countries
are,
is going to really solve
are
solve
they
the
still in
problems.
UN?
What?
United States? Are they still in UN? No, eh?
Yeah, yeah,
Still? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we got out of UNESCO, but we're still in the UN.
Oh, I thought that United States was out.
You remember
Huh.
Trump was talking shit on the UN before, and then all of a sudden he was goody two shoes
Yeah.
about it. Yeah,
Yeah, he got showed who really runs America.
the UN.
He talked a lot of things before he got elected, and he makes some things public.
It's probably
Yeah,
because
but
he knows he's a puppet
yeah,
for the
now
deep
he get
state.
paid.
Yeah, yeah, and now he's a puppet and he has to listen. He has to fucking not like saying he's got like any hearsay, but like
I
left his
cannot
own.
imagine how this go. And how
Uh,
does it go? First you can do what you want and say the truth, and then you get to be president. Some
it
uh,
doesn't matter who you put in that office; you're just gonna
some
end up with the
Mr.
same
Burns go
shit.
to you from, yeah, you're gonna listen to me.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say it doesn't matter who you put in that office; it's the same shit's gonna happen.
Well, he's actually a true reflection of our society. He's telling it like it is and how it's been for him. He's saying, grab her by the pussy. Yeah, people, go for that because he's got money. I mean, we see it in
Yeah.
society here.
He only has I think it's a 30% approval rating.
He's
37.
just too open about it. That's what it is.
Uh, I don't know. If our forefathers were here, they would be totally pissed at what is going on about the how increased our government has become. We were supposed to have limited government, and that's not what has happened. The government has expanded into avenues that it was never intended to. You know,
Yeah.
every day they piss all over the United States Constitution. You know, Preston knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Oh yeah.
that's been going on for years. Uh, it's finally getting to the point though where you really don't have any rights when you get into these courts. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
can't.
what you could do some of the J20 stuff. They've got a lot of those guys got on felony charges, and the media people, facing 45 years, things like that.
Yeah, and then the courts were subpoenaing for web traffic to these sites and trying to make cases out of that as well, based off IP addresses. Like, what the fuck is wrong? You know?
They're fixing to start locking people up. What they're going to do? I can see this coming.
I don't know. Go into a protest and all of a sudden, you're faced with 40 fucking years in prison. That's some serious shit, man. You know?
Yeah, this
Now
this
you're
is
now you're an economic
terrifying.
now, and then now they're going after the avenue that protesting it could be a form of economic terrorism.
You kidding me? Really?
For real.
Yeah. Everything here is a
Whoa.
crime. You can't flirt with a woman without being called a sexist
I
pig.
know.
Yeah, and
And no,
these were some of the freedoms that were supposed to be given, freely given to us, our inalienable rights that were given to us, and were defined in the United States Constitution. But nobody seems to agree on what that is.
the laws are really totally different. Yeah, it's United States and Europe totally. Because yeah, when I go to there, I was from yeah, I'm there and I was married, but then I heard of the laws. You cannot do this, and what?
Well, yeah,
And then you get arrested for drinking a beer for my door, and I was 2 weeks in jail.
Public
It's like,
intoxication.
whoa. Yeah, and this made no sense because here it's Belgium, and Germany and Holland and France. Everybody drink on the street. It's okay if you are not, if you are still, yeah, tipsy, it's okay. But if you are, really fucked up, what are you gonna do? You're gonna spend one night in jail, and you get out. And I was in shock that I was for 2 weeks. Damn, for one beer.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
I was from wow. This is serious shit.
Oh, there's
You
more.
guys have Oktoberfest, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's a Germany, yeah, but here too we have in the summer, and I think soon it's gonna start again after the winter now, and we have this 10 days festival here in Ghent. It is a middle-aged city. That's 10 days. Everybody is 10 days fucking party on the streets. There's a streets festival and cops everywhere. But yeah, if they see you are really drunk and you cannot stand on your feet anymore, yeah, they're gonna take you and maybe for 8 hours when you are sober, and they release you and they give you a fine or court, and that's it. It's the same with a car. If you drive a car and you're a little bit drunk, you are still maybe 2 beers or whatever, and uh, they're gonna say from, yeah, you cannot drive anymore. Call somebody that can pick you up, or we're gonna bring you home. Um, yeah, it's a difference. I was in shock. It was from, whoa, the laws are strict there. Yeah,
Yeah, laws are very strict over here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's so sad because I love the country and I love the people there. And then I getting there thrown in jail for something, for something that I never did. Yeah, something.
It doesn't
So you
matter.
thought that was okay because of what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then the Iceland, yeah, most of the courts are just kangaroo courts.
Yes,
They,
I
they
was
know they.
illegal
I was gonna
still there.
say they know you don't have the money to fight the charges.
Yeah.
That's why most of
And
yeah.
if you do, they take it from you.
I mean, you are offered a public defender, but they don't give a shit.
No, but you work for the state or whatever. The same with me. I was illegal there. I was still on the progress for being a United States citizen. But you say, "Oh, no, you don't. We don't care. You're still illegal," and they don't give me the rights that I normally must to have. They give me an attorney from that work for the state. Hell no. And he told me, from, yeah, you can leave the state. What are you gonna do? You gonna leave, or you can stay, but you're gonna be charged for this. So I'm gonna leave. And then I say from, yeah, I'm gonna leave. No, you're gonna first at 6 months, 7 months, fucking in jail. So what? And then the Belgian government eventually they took me out because they don't like that. By the way,
At least you got a
and
plane
not
ticket, right? Somebody paid for the plane ticket.
yeah. This is yeah. They paid for it, but and met two cops, two the marshal, and another agent in secret. They just flew me to Brussels, and when I landed there, the plane stopped in the middle of the tarmac, and the pilot called up. Yeah, the plane stops now. Somebody must be transported outside.
That was
So,
you.
yeah, maybe more bad. Yeah, it's like Belgium is also small. Make it in the media. Fuck. That was fucked up. And when I get on the ground, on Belgium ground, then I told to this two constant, you have nothing to say to me. I'm now here, and get the hell away. I told us right out because I was they give me to the Belgium Cubs, and the Belgian Cubs they told me for you're back. You had a little bit fines from so much years ago. What you gonna do with this? Oh, I'll pay you later. You know. So okay, but these cops are nice. You know they did some things that I normally not can do. You know they give me some they did my I was cuffed. You know it was ridiculous for
They
illegal
were
person.
laughing with you, huh?
Yeah, they no, they yeah, they they feel a bad for me from I come on, really? And eventually they did the cut off and they go to their in the airport let me eat a hamburger and eating and whatever. It was all they were nice, but they were in shock and I tell them exactly the laws in Belgium and there and they say really? So yeah, there's a difference. You bring me now why you must you transport me? I'm not a criminal. I never was in prison here in Belgium. Why you must you throw me in jail for 7 months for a legal person? When my ex-wife may attack me? Come on, this make no sense, you know? And they say, well, yeah, yeah.
It's not like you beat the hell out of somebody and trashed their car, right?
Yeah.
No, I think the reasoning was is that you had violated a temporary visa or a
Yeah,
visitor's visa.
also.
That was the thing. Yeah, that I remember you talking about. That was if you had a
But
visitor's
I was in the
visa.
progress.
Yeah, but I was gonna say if you were if you were married and in the progress of obtaining
Yeah.
your green card, there's still this like gray area, but it shouldn't have been thrown into jail.
Yeah, and they throw you in maximum security for it. That's what it is. I was in shock, man.
Damn, that's hardcore for one beer.
Yeah, and then after then my wife that attacked me. Yeah, but yeah, um,
Did you break wind too? Was that if you break wind, that's an assault charge.
yeah. This she attacked me with a knife. I push her, and I get in charge for a domestic assault and battery with a dangerous weapon because she fell on a table. And then, whoa, that was from, boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never had here charges. Yeah, I had some charges here, but from when I was young, a little accident or smoking pot, whatever. But then getting charges from like you're a real gangster or whatever when I'm a normal guy, yeah, a Belgian guy that like to drink a beer and there's a little fight between my ex and my wife and and she attacked me. Yeah, what I must do? Let me stab on me by yeah. Uh, this yeah
Yeah, dangerous Belgian terrorist.
yeah really. I'm feeling like this really. Uh,
Interpol and all the rest of it looking for you.
Yeah, but it's so much different to Europe and United States. There are some good things in the United States too that I say from we don't have this here in Europe. It's yeah, it's
Shit. We ain't been in trouble. You ain't been in trouble. I don't trust you.
yeah, but yeah, if they bring the European laws and the American laws together, it get perfect. But yeah, that's never gonna happen. That's a little bit fantasy. But yeah, I wish it was like this. The same with this internet now. Some things we can see everything from the United States, but Dave, like you guys, you cannot see everything from Europe, and that's something, sad.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And now with this net neutrality, it's gonna be better now. It's gonna, yeah,
The internet's being thrown into the hands of essentially the elite, and we all know what they want. You know,
money,
well,
money, money.
total world domination.
Yep.
I mean, They're always going to be a threat as long as they're alive. And so we should just put them in a colony and everybody go at it.
It's gonna be in Israel too. Net neutrality or not?
No. Just United States. This is for the This is what the FCC,
Yeah.
Federal Communication. Yeah. So, but it will have international. It will have international.
Eventually, yeah.
It will affect things internationally. I guarantee it. How much of that? That's debatable, but because it hasn't happened yet, but it will. So.
Yeah, it was with everything. Everything, yeah. It always started in the United States and eventually it go worldwide then.
Well, there are no, there's I hear there's things going on in the UK that are kind of similar. I think where radical what is it the thing that we were talking about was like 10 shows ago about certain forms of activism. You could be charged with looking at them, which is kind of a little different, but
yeah. But the laws here for internet are the laws. The censor things are different here too. We see more also too. They're gonna show here more naked, on the net than other countries.
what, you see more nudity on the internet?
Yeah, like more naked things that you don't gonna see in other countries. Like a stupid picture don't must be naked. Half naked.
Yeah.
In other countries, it's gonna be banned. You cannot see it on Facebook, whatever. But we see it. You cannot. There are some laws for each country. What they told us. I don't know how much years this ago, 5 years ago, and there was I think Mark Zuckerberg, he wanted to change something with Facebook, and the Belgian government they told
Oh
him, but
my!
we don't like this shit.
Oh my
We don't
gosh!
like this, and he changed it. It's different for countries. It's not worldwide. Each country has its own censor things.
You guys on
Yeah,
you guys on Facebook right now?
I don't
yeah.
have one.
All right, go to @Army Anonymous. Right now they are promoting. This is bullshit. They need to be reported down. They are promoting right now. They are live
Anonymous
on Army Anonymous, which is now
email.
Anon HQ is live now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Really?
They are promoting get your free anonymous mask, get your free anonymous keychain at their Anon store. Get your bitcoins now. Become anonymous. Anon HQ.
Oh man, they've been.
What?
That is such a troll.
They do that all
They
the
are
time, man. That
promoting-
is there constantly.
What the?
They are promoting constantly
Yeah.
government stuff. Not government, but
Yeah,
elite
don't
stuff.
trust that.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! This is
Oh,
not.
yeah, I see
Yeah,
that
this is
too.
not
What the
free.
fuck?
None of this is free. Get a free Guy Fawkes mask. Only pay for shipping. It's not free.
I'm good.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Fuck these guys.
That is a troll page. That is a honeypot. Don't give them motherfuckers your
Yeah.
name and address.
Hold on. Let me go /
I have all the pages, but it's not the only page. They have some more pages. I have them in the list here. I saved them, but
trying to see if I can get a backdoor access to this shit.
they always promote the opposite things. They like to say troll page for real.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't
And a
believe
bunch of
Somebody
people
just trying to get a rise out of people to get them riled up and shit.
No, they're live
I'm
now.
not-
What are they saying? Hold on.
All one. We are all different manifestations of a same being, only ideology.
Oh my god, they're promoting shit for their fucking store. Yeah, guys like this give Anonymous a bad name, dude.
Yeah. Of domestic terrorism. Hashtag.
No, they don't. They just make us look like those guys are money focused. They don't do anything. They're fucking Anon HQ is just a fucking news site, and they just copy paste all their shit. You know, I heard they're making $300,000 a fucking year off of Anonymous, just off
Yeah, you
Anonymous.
must
Wow.
pay $5 for be member. For official member of Anonymous, you must pay $5.
They must be paying
It's a
for your fiber optics and your layer
yeah.
2 networking systems.
It's not this page, but there's the other page from them. It's also from them. They you must pay $5. What the fuck?
You're anonymous now. Just get a mask, right? Remember the mask? Greg. Greg was around when they started coming up with the mask. The mask is actually meaningless when it comes to anonymous. That was something that came up in Operation Chinology. Was the only ready available mask was the Guy Fawkes mask, and they wanted people to hide their identities. And remember, it was going around as an internet as a 4chan meme for the epic fail guy.
There was a good story behind it too, because fall kind of like a fallen hero, the powder gang plot, the gunpowder plot.
Thought it was you guys. No, we're not a non-HQ. We're not a non-official. A non-HQ is a for-profit website, and the anonymous Facebook page that has 1 million subscribers was also before that was a news and media website. Those guys do not reflect any. In fact, half the shit that they fucking say isn't real. A non-official docs a non-HQ over a financial dispute. I believe they is one of the two's fucking information is all over there. But no, they are money based, and this is something that we're not can't be making a profit off of anonymous. Fuck. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Thought you had them guys doxxed already.
Uh,
It's a different troll. It's a different group. They're trolling. It's bullshit.
thought that was you
It's
guys.
just a bunch of people who are going to send a bunch of sex star addicts to your house to troll the fuck out of you, have you swatted. Don't do
Yeah.
it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you guys are new to Anonymous or Anons, please stay away from Anon HQ, Anon Official.
Yeah, I'm making
Also
too.
the Anon News. God, there's like the one that has like 1 million fucking likes on it. Just stay away from those fuckers. I remember they were posting some shit a while back that they said Anonymous would wipe out your debt. I have no idea what they're talking about. Like, we're gonna start hacking banks and wipe out your debt. Like, what? What did they talk? Like, when they posted that shit out of the blue, like, it was like February of like 2014 or some shit. I was like, what are they talking about, dude?
Just pay your neighbor $1 a month. Everybody just pay your neighbor $1 a week.
Well, I mean, there are ways to. I shouldn't even get into that. There are ways to do that off of a server if you could confuse it to erase itself, but it just
.bat or
no.
.vbs.
I was gonna say for a financial server for it to for a computer,
Oh,
yeah, for it to virtually disappear when there's still actually currency inside of there. But I don't know what they're talking about.
Oops.
I'm surprised. The fact that it showed up in my feed when I don't subscribe to their page tells me one thing, that they did pay. Somebody did pay the actual $5 to boost their page.
Why would you do that?
Because they're giving it to corporate America. Fuck, that's why we use fucking a lot of free. That's why we're using YouTube, Facebook, Twitch to like promote a lot of this shit, because it's a free, it's not totally free, but it's an avenue where we can do this fairly easy. But holy shit. Somebody really needs to just take them out. We've talked about this for years.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I wouldn't support them one bit because all of their merchandise isn't going out to any um, any cause. Is not going to free anons who are locked behind bars. It isn't going out to donations to poor kids in Africa. It's going in somebody's fucking pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least donate to Children of the Night. You know, those people who are out here rescuing victims of child trafficking or adult trafficking.
And we also have there's also a few web stores. I think a few web stores that are also helping or giving commissary money. I think out to anons who are locked up and stuff like that. And so, anywho,
Can't teach them nothing.
no. Ay, 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 ay. Let me see. I don't know what else to talk about.
Oh, Safe Winter. Do you guys something?
What?
Twitter?
Safe Winter, do you use something?
On
Somebody from you? Of
from
Safe Winter.
oh, OpSafe Winter, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I have seen some stuff floating around, on Facebook. Some events. I think there's one in
Yeah.
Philadelphia that's up right now, or something that's going
Yeah.
around. Let me see if the Chicago Anonymous is doing anything. They usually
But
announce.
this is this weekend in Belgium.
Oh, do you have one up on
We
your page?
yeah. As we go this weekend out. Yeah. And we ask permission to the city and the government, and we asked it, and they say from me, and they give us a good spot, by the way, where there are a lot of homeless people. Otherwise, all the years before, they always give us a spot where there are no homeless people. You cannot rid of your food or your clothes. We have permission now, and it's in a good spot where a lot of homeless people, and we can hang out our flags, and we can, yeah. It's the first time they are
Allowing you to do it.
soft this year. The government is that's good. It's a Sunday,
I was gonna say usually,
Saturday, Sunday.
yeah, usually when I do OpSafe Winter and wherever I'm living at, we just go out with backpacks and a bunch of supplies, like 10 or 20 of us, and just start hitting it up, and we don't get permission.
Yeah, but we did it a year ago too, in 2016.
Yeah.
Um, we did it first, but we choose always a city for some reason. But I don't like it honestly. But uh, if we choose a Ghent, a city and we had permission, but they give us a bad spot. It was not a big success, and the week after we did on our own without asking permission, and we go around with car and walking around in parks or whatever and give everybody food things without permission, and we had lucky, but because it's not allowed to here, sad, but
Yeah, there are places in the U.S. where you do need permission. I think Florida and stuff like that, where to feed the homeless and shit, you need to have permission and stuff. I guess,
yeah.
which is kind of ridiculous. I think there were some Florida activists that were arrested for feeding the homeless and shit. And I think the world is just getting nuttier and nuttier with the laws. I understand how it could be viewed as something. There should be certain safety standards, but man, when you're giving out a free fucking plate of food to a guy who's got nothing, it's like why is there an argument? Did I lose somebody?
What
Yeah.
do you mean? First been gone.
Oh,
I
God.
come and go.
Uh,
Well, I guess they always use health reasons, or like if the truck isn't
sanitary and stuff.
inspected. Yeah, I mean,
But yeah,
but
that's a bit of like, why is that any?
that's just
I was
excuses.
gonna say, yeah, why is that even their fucking business? They're giving out fucking, they're helping out the community in ways that they won't help out themselves. I mean, yeah, they give out fucking food stamps, but like, how much can $250? No, they don't even give you that. I think like most people are given between $100 and $180 in food stamps a month, and that isn't enough to fucking feed a fucking adult. Well, I mean, you could, but you'd be living off of fucking top ramen and fucking bread and shit for a fucking month, and that's, you know what I mean?
I heard about that they taking the blankets too or whatever. In some states from the homeless people taking blankets. If you
I
is the yeah.
I haven't heard about that, but I've heard of, recently a lot of crackdowns in inner cities, where a lot of the homeless people migrate, where they're trying to like get them off and make it, put them up with charges for legal establishment of residence and shit like that. But yeah, they really don't have a solution for those who are less fortunate. Not a real one, you know.
Run you out of town.
Pretty much. I mean, I remember when they were doing that shit in LA where they got by the cops, but they got busted transporting the homeless people outside of Los Angeles.
Yeah, some cities do that. They'll give you a bus ticket to some other city,
Yeah, they just fucking bust you out.
or out to California, your sanctuary state. So
Oh god. I mean, what they should really offer them is like, free drug and alcohol treatment programs, free education, free work. You know what I mean? Access to resources, access to jobs.
Did you say free work?
Not free work, but you know what I mean. Access to whatever job that would be out there that could be readily available. You know what I mean?
Maybe some volunteer work.
Well, I know that there was for a while. There were some outreach programs for some pretty decent transition from. It was the city of Chicago had some pretty good hookup with some union jobs. It was transition from homeless to residency, where they were cleaning up the
Cool.
buses. They got the buses and the trains, but that fucking went to shit after a couple bad incidences. But still, they were paying them like $18, $19 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh god. Awfully safe winter.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. It's always a nice day. Nice and sad day. It's good to give some people
I guess good to have a hot
some
meal.
clothes, have food, and good give you a good feeling. It's like doing this stuff. Like in Belgium now they gonna the street protests and the things that we're gonna do. It's gonna start now till the summer. Uh, yeah, we always were really active here. After the winter and before the summer, we are really active. Yes. Yeah, looking forward for going streets every week again.
I was gonna say, do you guys still have those meetings out in Belgium? That thing's still going on?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this weekend too. The Saturday, it's in the city Bruges
Yeah.
in Belgium, Bruges. Uh, we have a meeting there, and we talk always about the next operations that we're gonna do on the street. Like Opsafe Ventures, Now it's top safe winter, but now we're gonna talk. I think now this Saturday it's gonna be for the next operation that they're gonna do, and I think it's gonna be an awakening. That's what we 3 times or 4 times a year do. It's an awakening. It's like it's for wake everybody a little bit up for the MMM. Um, and and we go every 3 months we do this awakening march, and it's in each city. We go every city around this 2017. Now this year we did Ghent, Hasselt. We did some cities. I think 4.
Or
I think.
didn't you have
And then,
Operation, what was it, Operation Flag or whatever?
yeah,
That was the funny one.
that was
You
heavy,
guys were
man.
taking down the Belgian flag and replacing them with a non-flag.
Yeah. We did it. And oh damn, and on bridges and some we are in different teams, everywhere. Just we ordered a bunch of flags. Somebody that had money enough, but we had a bunch of flags, and we did it on the bridges, where the highway goes under, and yeah, and things like you say, we replaced the Belgian flag with anonymous flags. Uh, it was a big success, and we had different teams all over Belgium. Some teams that had only 5, 6, 7 hours, but we took it to 9 or 10 hours. We did with 3 people, and yeah, we hanged a bunch. We did some places there were not allowed. Yeah, but it was cool. It took them almost 4 days or 5 days. We took the flags down. Yeah, they saw us on the highways here in Belgium. We have a lot of traffic problems, by the way. A lot of yeah jam traffic. A lot of traffic doesn't stuck in the when the people go to work. This they saw the flags, all different kinds. The anonymous anarchists flags, the normal anonymous flags. This. It was a little test that we did, and it was a big success this year. I think we're doing this next year too. I think, or maybe the summer or something. Yes. And also on statues, so we're gonna do this between December 25
Mm-hmm.
and January the 1st, and each statue in Belgium we're gonna put up a mask. We order a bunch of masks, anonymous masks, and each statue we're gonna do a mask. That's a new kind of thing that you're gonna do,
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and people really asking for they are interested in these things too. From why you do this, and we go on streets without masks, only the MMM, but uh, people are really interested in our ID and the things, because they really seeing it's the system is fucked up, everywhere in the world, and people getting tired of it. And if we can, with these things, do a little bit change, why not? We see difference here. Why not? It's maybe a stupid operation, hanging masks on statues, but it's not allowed, by the way. But everybody do his thing here, and I'm getting, yeah, it's getting better here.
Oh my god, sorry. Oh my god, I'm crashing from the caffeine. Yeah, I was gonna say
But yeah,
we should probably do that more here in some of the local areas. Probably do more street operations. Because
yeah.
our turnouts, some of our turnouts in certain cities were low.
Awakening, we call
Yeah,
this like the March awakenings, every 3 months.
yeah.
we do it here, and that's a little bit before we do the MMM for wake everybody up, and we do it every 3 months in a different kind of city. You don't do it only like if you do the MMM in England, is it only in London? If you do it here in Belgium, is it only in Brussels? Holland is only in Amsterdam, and the United States is it in Washington, and only the capitals from the state, you know. Uh, the and that's good in this awakenings, you know. You go little cities too. You go to little cities, and it's not only the big cities that must wake up, because mostly the little cities are the people where they are poor and they don't, you know. It's not only a one city; it's about everyone, you know. And that's what we want to try. And if everybody try to do this, like every 3 months, an awakening march, like a little MMM march, you know. Sometimes we're getting more people with the awakening marches than the Million Mask March for some reason.
Wait, who's fell asleep?
You're kidding me?
I'm
Really?
serious. Somebody fell.
Micro?
Micro.
Micro.
He fell asleep in front of the monitor.
No.
No.
You fell asleep in front of. You
Micro.
fell asleep in front of
Yeah.
the monitor.
Mm-hmm. Okay, my bad. I was eating. Sorry. No. Wow, man. Mm. What was I dreaming about?
I don't know.
Food.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was almost
neutrality.
as bad as when Kevin had to go to that protest and fell asleep in
Oh
Microsoft
yeah,
office.
that's too. Yeah, but this was bad. Huh? I don't find this back anymore. Is it? That was bad for real. Yeah. But I had a busy month then too. You know, I think there were two protests in one weekend, and then next weekend one, and then the weekend after two. And I was so tired, and then did the live stream, and I fell asleep. And my alarm clock was, I set my alarm clock for the next protest, and yeah, that was on the live show. But
Yeah, I
yeah.
was like, I kept on calling you to like wake you up, and you didn't wake up.
Mm. I do apologize. I've been sick for almost 3 weeks. It's the first
Also,
time yeah.
me too. Me too. My sinus
It's like
infection.
and probably the flu going with it.
Yeah,
It's been
chemtrails.
going. Yeah,
I believe
a
that.
lot of people have had it.
Yeah, me too. See, that is everywhere in the world. It's strange.
Yeah, UK, US,
Yeah,
obviously Belgium. You're not the first one I've heard from Belgium that's been
Germany
sick.
also, and
Yeah.
Holland. A lot of people there. Hmm.
Oh wait, we got. I forgot on our page we posted a docs on a G. What is that? Oh, we got General Pie's fucking address. He lives at 33. Wait, where does he
Oh,
live?
his phone numbers and email addresses are all there.
Oh, all of his unknown addresses are here. Oh, cool. Damn. Phone
That's what happens when you piss off the internet.
phone number is 703-533-7359. Wait, he's got several phone numbers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This little shitbag should be fucking trolled like no other. Oh my god. Speaking of being sick, my nose is running. Go ahead. You guys fucking jinx it.
Yeah, but me too. Or 3 weeks. For some reason, I never take medicine normally. You know, sometimes I use some pots. You know, but that's it. You know. But I don't like to take medicine for headache or whatever. But now I was before, yeah, I had no other choice for taking medicines now for the first time in 2 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't take nothing stronger than Benadryl half the time.
Never saw them so much spraying like this year for some reason. Really, I'm not kidding you. I'm I'm watching the sky all 4 years every day, and this year, in the last 6 months, whoa! I have all the videos. I have everything. I have my. I'm saving everything, and fuck. What I saw, the last videos that I made from the chemtrails, it was amazing. I was recording it, and then the clouds are normal, and then you see this frequencies popping up, and the clouds, this stripes, chunk, chunk, chunk. That was the first time I saw this. Whoa! And I make this 6 videos from it. I think each 1 minute or 2 minutes, and I saw frequencies popping up. I thought, yeah, harp or whatever it is. I cannot say it's for sure harp because, yeah, yes or not, yeah.
Well, usually when you're looking for like what they call harp circles and shit, it would be what people are looking for is those little wave-like patterns that will appear in the clouds.
Did you saw the snow? Goddamn! This last 2 weeks, there was so much snow here that I never saw in my 30 years that I live. It was so much snow that my roof uh, from the back thing collapsed. From the weight. But I
Wow.
tested the snow, and you burn it, and it smells fucking plastic.
Oh, I
What?
saw you doing that. Yeah.
And
Well,
and
did
everybody
it
is
turn
doing it,
black?
and it's in the United States too. It's in Germany too, France, Spain,
I mean, like
Holland
plastics,
also.
plastic smelling snow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it smells like plastic. It
it's
smells plastic, man.
like the
It's
snow machine snow. You can I've never seen snow burn.
Yeah, it's getting black. It get black for real. It's getting black. It's not black, but snow get always black if you do the lighter clothes. But it's not melting. Totally not. And that's the reason it took almost 4 days for melted snow here, because the weight here, I was collapsing the roofs. That never happened here before, because we never get so much snow. And now I was I saw some things on Facebook from Facebook and other social media that they say from test your snow, really burn it. You're gonna smell some. I said no, and I burn it, and from the moment that I only did the lighter on it, I was this smell go to like what's plastic, but it's not plastic. They have wait, maybe I can send it to Hangouts. Uh, but this freaked me really out. I said, whoa. And we never had so much snow before, but this is not right. There's a reason in Germany they are really standing up for chemtrail things, and we're gonna follow too because this is ridiculous. We're getting sprayed a lot for some reason. Uh, there are a bunch of
I'm
examples that everyone.
looking. I was gonna say in Oregon, they're talking about flammable, non-melting conspiracy snow. What the fuck?
What?
That's pretty hard to believe, man. I mean, just where would all that plastic come from? I mean, that's
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm
chemtrails
saying.
one
Yeah,
thing. That's just a little bit of spray, in the
yeah,
big scheme of things.
yeah. That's yeah. I have it somewhere on my computer with the things that are in. They make it public. Uh, in Germany, they make it public. Here, they make it public. Some other countries and states in the United States, they give it public what they're spraying. But when you burn the snow and it smells like plastic, then I'm asking me from, whoa, where this come from? And it don't melt. It don't melt. That's fucking crazy. And I know I was young. Young, yeah. 50 years ago, I was smoking cigarettes. I was burning snow, for the fun, take a little ball and burn it and melts. But now it don't melt, and this freaked me out. But yeah, um,
Snow that doesn't melt.
yeah, it's shrinking bad. It shrink, but it don't melt. But yeah, if you burn it, it depends. If you really do your lighter up below, yeah, you burn the melting thing too. It's make this is
I'd go. I'd go back and see my dealer about that.
What?
yeah, but it it really smells like plastic. But yeah,
That's
Uh,
pretty
I
far
know,
out, Kevin. I don't know, man. It's
I know. I don't want to believe it too, but
I'm
yeah,
seeing some stuff about it on the internet. Some people say it's real. Some people say it's fake. Some people say it's a hoax. Some people say it's real.
yeah, I know. I thought this first too. Exactly. Okay, and normally I don't. Yeah, we don't have a lot of snow. No snow. Some maybe 2 years no snow, and then eventually it got a little bit snow. But this year we had a bunch of snow. Okay, and there were I saw some things on the internet. I said, okay, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna burn the shit. I'm gonna burn the snow. See if and really it was. I was first thinking it was maybe my lighter. That maybe get burned from plastic or whatever. But I did it with another lighter, a big with different kinds of lighters, and it smells, and you see black smoke coming from it, and this creeped me a little bit out. I cannot say it's maybe another explanation for it because it's uh yeah, I don't know what I must think about it, but it's
Isn't there
creepy.
like some type of carbon test or litmus test that would actually show something?
Yeah, the people did tests with the snow, and they are lists. Wait, I'm gonna send it to Hangouts, but I have some. The other ones on still on my messenger, but some people did all tests, and also in Germany, they are big uh, chemtrail protesters because yeah, Belgium and Germany, we have a bunch of chemtrails, bunch, too much. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna try to send it.
What the fuck? John Small says, I just heard a story about a royal commission in Australia that they have an acceptee of over 60,000 children that were abused in 4,000 states or at institutions eating baby reptiles.
Wow,
Yeah,
hmm.
why not?
that is an excellent troll.
That's great.
Okay. Um, I'm looking for.
Watches the days and soon our net neutrality, our internet will change. Net neutrality. I'm just waiting for that nice hefty internet bill rate hike in the mail. My internet
Watch
bills.
everybody start dropping service providers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Fuck it.
But how the hell you get on the internet then? You ain't got a provider.
Should just go to Pi's house.
We have his address.
Addresses.
Address is, yeah. We'll mail in condoms for Christmas and don't breed gift cards.
Try to find this document with the things that are in the snow. But I can find it, but
Uh,
yeah, it's
I don't know, man.
it's
I think the first real wake up that people will be who are not really, tied to activism and what's going on the internet, besides all of the front news web pages that will go the front pages that will go on certain newspapers, that will happen tomorrow about the FCC, repealing, net neutrality laws. Is that the real wake up to people will be the rate hikes that they'll start seeing on the internet, and then we'll start seeing tier systems on certain services you can and can't connect to.
yeah. I can send you some sites or things you cannot go in. You
Yeah, I think the only thing is that they have to disclose. They have to disclose if they block sites or get priority. But
yeah,
yeah, this
like my
just
girlfriend too. She I send sometimes links and she say I cannot open it. It's blocked. She say.
uh, some people are saying nothing's gonna happen, but that's not the truth. They're fucking whoever says that's a fucking retard. You
They're
know?
high.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like you only know. I was like, yeah, you only.
Nice, nice.
It's
I was gonna
change
say.
for the worse. You can
I was gonna.
count
I
on
was
that
gonna
one.
say, yeah, people who say that shit, their fucking internet is Twitter and Facebook. That's what they
Yeah,
call the
change
internet.
be less change in your pocket.
Yeah.
You'll find
Like me,
out.
Facebook.
Well, it'll happen, but they
Test the
won't.
snow.
They won't tie the two things together. You can't connect the dots.
Yeah.
The net neutrality is regulating your snow.
Well, coming soon to a country near you. It happens here in the U.S. It's gonna happen everywhere else. I don't know. Do we have anything else to talk about right now? I don't know.
Kind of running out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm, not really. Yeah, only
Yeah. I don't know. We can call it a night, and um,
Yeah, I about called it early myself.
yeah, yeah, we'll call it a night. We'll be back. I guess we'll call it a night, and thank you to our listener.
here.
Oh, wait, what?
Wait,
Wait.
Tyler.
All right,
I have one of these testings. Wait,
all
from
right.
the no. Okay, I'm gonna send it now.
Did you fall asleep again?
No, I was reading this thing about reptiles and abused children, how they got linked with reptiles. I guess they like sandwiches too.
Okay, so we got what was in the snow. Let me see. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Aluminum, barium, strontium, and sulfur. Yeah, when you burn sulfur, uh,
It
uh,
sparks.
yeah, no, it turns into sulfur dioxide. Am I correct? It burns. It turns into, I believe so. And the fact that that's in there would be are some of the constituents that are talked about with cloud seeding. That's crazy. I haven't heard about the sulfur, but the aluminum I've heard. Yeah, I think it's a combination of uh, barium and sulfur. That would make sense. Yeah, flammable snow. That's fucking crazy.
I
Didn't
don't think sulfur burns. I mean, really. I mean, it's in such low concentrations.
Well, they have that. They have in I believe they're called. There's a certain mineral that's in Israel. God, it's high in salt. There's a certain rock out there that burns as well, because it has a high sulfur content. I forgot what the fuck they call it. But the rock will literally burn. But yeah, if you wanted to have flammable snow, that's the right elements. Some of them are the right elements in there.
Do you have it? Yeah.
Yeah.
The computer was out. Battery.
What are the concentrations though? I don't know. Units per liter. So 262 unit grains per liter. I don't know if that's a lot.
There are a bunch of people that did this test. There are a bunch of the same results like this. But yeah,
We got to test it in a lab in California.
is it healthy? And yeah, what is healthy?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, no.
No, nothing's healthy. Everything's.
Yeah, wearing clothes is not healthy. Smoking is not healthy.
I mean, why do you even eat when you're just going to shit it out later? What's the point?
That's good.
It's like a waste of good food.
Remember, scientists made food out of their shit, though. Yeah, isn't that nasty?
Shit caviar.
Oh yeah, where is this? Somewhere? Is it in China?
Where
they serve human meat?
No, it was like some scientists. They made fucking food out of shit.
But people that die, they can they sign for it for getting eaten, and they served for the first time human meat. First time in a restaurant or something.
I
haven't
heard
yes,
about that one.
This is not a joke. This is not a joke. It's real.
That's why it's funny.
It's in China, of course. Yeah, they like everything for some reason. I don't want to be,
Man.
But yeah, human meat. Damn. But yeah.
Cannibalism. That causes a disorder in the brain if you eat a lot of it.
Oh, like what's it, the Donovan party?
The who party?
The Donner party? They all ate each other on the Donner Pass. You ever heard about that?
No.
Yeah.
It was some people in like the late 1800s that were trying to get to California, and they got stuck, so they got snowed in, and then they started eating each other because they ran out of food.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
That happened in the 70s when they were in Chile. I think there was a soccer team that stuck up in the mountains. That's a classic case.
Yeah, that's a good movie, by the way.
All right, who's sacrificing a leg?
Yeah. It's yeah. But the people that did eat it tastes good, they say. But yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Human meat might give you some extra nutrients. No,
It can maybe taste the same like a cow or something, or a pig, But yeah.
Yeah, I get the arm.
Eventually, we are all human. Yeah, we are.
What if you liked it, Kevin? I mean, then what? I mean, what do you do then? I mean,
I ate my family.
Yeah, that was my cousin. We were just having a conversation before dinner.
You're like, we
But
have no
yeah,
food, but I'm hungry. And you're just looking at your cousin. You're like,
I don't
yeah,
know
what's
what's
for
going
dinner?
on.
I'm you.
Shake and bake.
But yeah, maybe it's the same. Like if you eat like pig or cow or whatever, yeah, we all creatures, you
Yeah.
know.
You eat chicken.
Yeah.
Tastes like chicken. What is that, your cousin? Oh my god. All right.
Well, it's probably just a leg of your cousin. So when you put the rest of them in the freezer, because you just can't eat all your cousin at once.
What was it? What was his name? What was that fucking serial killer? He was just jamming his fucking refrigerator full of body parts. What was it?
Which
Dahmer.
one?
Dahmer.
Dahmer, Ted
Dahmer.
Bundy.
Dahmer was fucking,
Uh,
yeah, he had a fucking refrigerator that was jam packed full of like body parts and shit.
Oh yeah,
le-
about we had some persons too here in the
Yeah,
old days.
he was eating his victims too. He was making like lampshades out of their skin and shit.
Leatherface.
Ed Gaines did the same thing. He fucking ate all his fucking neighbors.
It must be good, you know. Otherwise, you're gonna eat it. You know,
Shake and bake.
it's addicted. It's like a drug. You know, it's like
I
like
don't know,
chicken.
man.
You're gonna eat it. You're gonna
I
eat
don't
it
know, man.
always. Yes.
It's gross.
Yeah, I think Ed Gaines killed like he was like before all that, like he murdered more people and they ate them than all of those like cannibals. They don't know how many people he killed because they just found like a fucking pile of bones and shit wherever the fuck he told them. Yeah, like I don't know. Like that guy was the
It's
real that
cotton
that
meat.
guy was like the real Leatherface, man.
Oh, the original, yeah.
I don't know. Was that based off a real story? The Texas
Yeah,
Chainsaw?
Leatherface. Yeah. The first one.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The people in Virginia think they moved to Virginia. You ever seen Wrong Turn? That's based off of true events. People coming up missing in West Virginia.
So,
Hills Have Eyes was based off of a Scottish family, I think it was.
I
Ugh.
was gonna say there's a lot of places to hide in the Appalachians, you know. Ugh. You guys there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me see. Somebody's
Yeah.
snoring.
Sometimes
Gotcha.
it's like sometimes cutting off, but I had the sound, but everybody is still on.
Yeah, I'm kind of out of topics for tonight. Maybe we can cut it off a little early. Yeah, so we'll be back next week, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. I'm hoping next week we can hopefully get Lori on. We'll see, maybe even some of the guests we had planned. But we'll keep everybody posted on our page. And thank you for listening. We'll be back next week.
Yeah. And also some more European shows that's coming out.
Declare this to be an unlawful assembly.
And
Oh, sorry.
Marty G.
I have the outro.
I order all those assembled to